Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at the Omega Speedmaster Blue Side of the Moon. Now, first I'd like to remind you that we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, taking a look at this piece, where it is available on sale brand new for $13,100. JB Hudson is an authorized retailer of Omega and many other premium brands. So, I'd also like to remind you that we'll be leaving a link in the description to their website, as well as our channel store, where we have listed our favorite watches and watch accessories for sale. And now, let's start off with the rest of this review. So as I said, this is the Omega Speedmaster Blue Side of the Moon. Now, this watch is unique for a couple of reasons. First of all, it has a beautiful ceramic case on this piece. It's absolutely fantastic, it's very scratch resistant, but again, there is the qualm of having a kind of tendency to chip with regard to having ceramic cases, but I've never heard of a ceramic case chipping. I've never known anyone where that has happened to them. So I think that if you protect this case just reasonably, if you wear it semi-carefully like you would any high-end watch, I think you should be totally fine. Now, I think that the blue color on the ceramic case is absolutely spectacular. Colored ceramics are a fairly modern kind of innovation in the watch space, and I think that this watch is just very, very cool. Also, on Omega's website, they let you use or they have like a configurator where you can choose different strap options for this watch. I would definitely encourage you to check that out because this watch, just due to its case and dial color, looks absolutely spectacular on a variety of NATO straps. So if you do purchase this watch, that's definitely something that you should try out. Now, getting into the movement of this watch, it's got a Omega Master Coaxial Caliber 9904 movement, which is finished beautifully with this wonderful sunray dial. The other kind of interesting feature of this movement is the fact that you have a moon phase indicator at 6 o'clock, and it's very, very nice. The moon in the moon phase has a bit of texture to it, in addition to have the stars, which also have texture. Now, this is a very usable moon phase. You can see it's actually made to be especially accurate with this movement, because it will display the phases of the moon, which kind of ties into the whole fact that this watch, at least the Speedmaster, was the first watch to be worn on the moon. It was obviously not this version, but again, there's just kind of that Speedmaster heritage that relates to the moon. Now getting into the chronograph feature of this watch, in order to actuate that, you use the top pusher to start the chronograph, and that brings the second hand around the dial. It is not a flyback chronograph, but it is a column wheel chronograph. So to stop the chronograph, you hit the top pusher again and reset using the bottom pusher. And the clicks are very satisfying, fairly easy to click. It's not too loose, but it's not as hard as like a Valjoux 7750. And an additional thing with regard to the movement is you can see that at 3 o'clock you have the chronograph hours and minutes, and then at 9 o'clock you have the date indicator, which is a very, as well as the running seconds at 9 o'clock. You can see the running seconds are moving across the dial. So I think that overall this is a great watch. I'll try it on for a wrist shot now. The deployment clasp is actually fairly unique as I try it on. It's made out of ceramic as well. It looks fantastic. The case size, it's 44.25 millimeters in diameter, which is a little bit large in my opinion, but I think it's okay given that it's such a kind of sporty and unique piece. It won't look that huge on most people's wrists, but if you do have a particularly small wrist, I think that it will look a little bit small. I have about a 6.5 inch wrist in circumference just for comparison purposes. So if you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.